I'm Direwolf, and this is Wolf Reports. At 2:50 p.m. on Friday, 7 April 2017, in the capital of Sweden, the city of Stockholm, a man drives a stolen beer truck down a very busy and crowded street named Queens at high speed, aiming for citizens on the sidewalk and injuring 15 people and killing at least 4 before crashing his truck into a department store, where it caught fire but did not explode. This is raw footage of the truck flying past a store entry and people running out of the way.
Fire makes my city look so bright. Close your eyes and just stay tight. We have to go.
And here are some of the pictures of the brutal aftermath. I really grow tired of seeing innocent blood spilt over and over again when it's so preventable. We've all seen this story before. If you've seen one story like this, you've seen 100 of similar attacks, and we've done nothing different and learned nothing. As reported by The Guardian, Swedish police arrested a 39-year-old Uzbekistani man who was known to Swedish security agencies, and was reportedly arrested for suspicion of terrorism. No shit, Sherlock. When arrested, he had minor injuries from broken glass and had burnt himself. He may have burnt himself in the attempt to set the truck on fire to set off the bag of explosives in the cab that did not ignite. Swedish police, quote, removed a bag of explosives and a device from the cab of the burning vehicle. This attack was bad. However, it should be noted that this attack could have been far worse had his explosive gone off. Because the Swedish police are not releasing the information about the attacker, all we have is this picture. We don't know 100% his racial or religious background, and we know that the regressive left is hoping it's definitely a straight white male Christian. However, it most likely is not. The tactics used in this attack are straight out of the ISIS handbook. Unfortunately, I cannot speak with 100% certainty any information about the attacker, so you'll have to wait for further updates. In response to this attack, the Swedish Prime Minister said, "A liberal and open society must accept that its very freedoms make such attacks possible. The feeling is that the price of an open society is attacks like this." I disagree, and I think the Prime Minister shouldn't think that attacks like this are inevitable in a free society. Prior to your migrant crisis and the proliferation of radical Islamic teachings within your borders, you were a liberal and free society. But the difference was, you didn't have terrorist attacks like this. You didn't have the same radical, violent element within your society. The problem is being an open society. I'm not saying you shouldn't be open at all. It's just you need to be open and intelligent at the same time. It is fine to be open to cultures and countries that do not present a risk to your people. Intentionally open your society to cultures and countries and religious teachings that are a clear and present danger to your populace is insanity. The leaders of Sweden and much of Europe have forgot the most important part of governance, and that is not being the best global citizen as a nation. It is taking care of your own people, taking care of their needs. You're failing to govern. You're failing Sweden. And you're failing Sweden's people. The people who died and those who were injured and their families, they did not choose to accept the risk of bringing in these people who were a clear danger to them. You made that choice for them. Their blood is on your hands. Direwolf out.
So 8 people get dragged over at the Drottninggatan, and he drive all the Drottninggatan from the upper way down here to here.
I looked out of the window and I saw people running for their lives. They looked like small ants. Then I went inside and see, and we saw that there was a potential terror attack from a truck that has hit Åhléns, one clothing store in Drottninggatan in central Stockholm.
It was extremely disturbing. I mean, you're just coming out of an office there, going to meet a colleague, and then all of a sudden you just look around and it's just complete chaos, and there's people running every different way, yelling in Swedish, trying to get away from something, and it was just a lot of confusion, and we didn't really know what was going on.